Yes, that's it. Follow through. Isbjorn hungers. Your edge is blunted by indecision. You late warriors now, never waver.
You did, Hemminger Jarl. You did.
And that is why my words should land true. Trust your judgment.
You pushed me, Hemminger. I never intended this.
Have no regrets, Eivor. You have given me the great battle death I sought in life.
You old fox. Was that the point of riling me up?
The All-Father. He comes to welcome me to his hall. And I must follow. The choice you make will be the right one.
On to the next ruling. Shall we play?
This is an excellent shield, Soneva. Gunnar's craft never disappoints.
And here, from the Raven clan.
An impressive shield.
It is good, but it needs a touch of grandeur, something personal for your father. A sigil, I think. A mark to adorn the front. We need an artisan. Is there one in the village?
I know a man. A master craftsman in exile. He lives in a cave northeast of Hemthorpe. I would take you there myself, but I have Isbjorn to retrieve.
Isbjorn? Your father's spear. Did he not wield it at Ulkethorpe?
She lost it some winters back on a bear hunt. He hit the beast hard, but the spear stuck and the bear fled into the forest.
And after all these winters, you hope to find it again and present it to the pyre. The odds are narrow, to say the least.
Fret not, friend. I have a nose for these things. Seek out the exile. He'll see to your shield. Head on to the cavern, Eivor. Awaits me elsewhere.
This must be the cave Billy mentioned. Who would live here? The exile must value his solitude living in a hole such as this. Odin's beard. You're a difficult man to find. Hemminger Jarl is dead. I was told you're a master craftsman. I seek an etching on the shield to celebrate the life and death of Hemminger Jarl.
The stones. Hemminger Jarl possessed a steady hand and steady heart. Do you possess the same? Is not yet steady.
How could it be at such a time?
Hemminger Jarl's heart never wavered.
In life it did not, but in death it lies as still as a stone. You've not yet answered me. Will you help me with my etching?
How will you remember him?
By his wisdom, always an inspiration.
The web of Wirth, then. 9 lines that write our fates. Past, present, and future entwined. Is this what you desire?
Yes, I choose this one.
I will begin.
How did you come to be here?
Fate. I was given a death sentence. Unfairly, I felt. But a man was killed. Hemminger Jarl desired for me to live. The villagers did not. My sight and exile. That was our compromise.
Thank you for this.
His son will take his place.
That is for Vili to decide.
Vili has no say. Fate has already decided.
The Althing is tomorrow, and a Jarl must be chosen. I should speak with Sunniva about this.
Hann sé góður að hafa í
Flýttu, sniginn! Thor himself could not.
Did you consult the Volva? And were your questions answered?
Some questions were answered. Others I must answer myself. Do you think there is a place for Vili in our settlement? He expressed a desire to live and work with us.
Will he not be Jarl of this Shire before the day's end?
That remains to be seen. Some are more eager to see Tryggvi in the high seat.
Eivor, Tryggvi has no intention to lead. He feels duty-bound to follow his master into death.
Absolutely not. My father would never allow such foolishness.
How else can I honor my Jarl, old as I am? This is no country for me. The future is yours, Vili.
The flames of this pyre will burn for my father. You must live. I forbid you to follow him into death. I will not let you sacrifice yourself.
Do you forbid me as a friend, Vili? Or as our new Jarl?
As a man who would see you come to your senses.
Vili, Tryggvi. Each man wears one of Hemminger's boots, with both men unwilling to seize the other.
Does the world need such useless dithering men? Why not stake a claim yourself? Take this Shire for your own.
It is not my place.
Your place is anywhere you lay your head, any hill you summit, any silver you take for your own. Do not limit yourself to niceties.
Nottinghamshire deserves a leader to admire. A man the people can trust. Most love Vili, and he loves them. But he lacks the will to be leader. He could learn. But does he wish to? And Tryggvi, sturdy and wise, and loyal to the legacy Hemminger Jarl left behind. Almost to a fault. But he is old, and his thrill for living has fled him. Hardly inspiring.
You cannot! I will not allow it!
I am not asking for your permission. Only your forgiveness.
Gods, Eivor, put a stop to this fool's death wish.
Tryggvi has no Jarl to serve Vili. He's free to set his own course to the ocean's edge, to trade this world for the next. As are you, Vili. Our lives belong to us.
Thank you. Thank you, Eivor. Billy, do not misplace your anger on friends who speak what they believe is truth.
Do as you must, Tryggvi. I will miss you, old friend.
And I you, my boy. I must prepare myself for the flames, body and spirit.
Eivor,
Sunniva!
Picts were spotted moments ago, lurking in the thicket. Vili gave chase.
Arshstick! You should have roused me first. Show me where he went.
Let us wake the others. The dark is lousing with Picts.
I can take them on myself. Tell me where.
They're not far. I'll show you. His rage has consumed him, Eivor. All this anger, this sadness, it has truly taken form.
Arshstick was never one to temper his emotions. This was bound to happen. I should have been more vigilant.
Do not blame yourself, Drengur.
He always had me to watch his back, as children. And again now, if this rampage is what he needs to rid himself of the sick that binds him, I will at least make sure he does not hurt himself.
Thank Odin he has the mighty Wolf-Kissed as his shadow.
There are things we do for family, Sunniva. No questions asked. For you, I would have done the same. For any of Raven Clan.
We know, Drengur. That is why we are sworn to you. Here, Eivor. This was where Vili saw the scout killed and then charged after the enemy ahead. I will head back to Hemthorpe and make sure our ravens stand vigilant. Return to us safely, Drengur.
I must be careful now.
Eivor, perfect. I could use your assistance now.
Ni så gär.
Can't disturb these days of mourning.
Stop, Villy. They're gone. It's done.
Bah! I've seen roosters fight with more spirit.
Oddly enough, so have I.
That sound. Is it thunder?
Footsteps.
We need to fall back. Follow me. Quickly! Stay beside me!
Let's see.
Don't wander off now! Stay beside
No money!
Thrilling, was it? Thrilling, was it not? Just like when we were children, getting into trouble and getting away.
Save your honey words for when we get out of here alive, Arstick.
Ah, my sword's thunderhammer. That quickened the blood.
Wild and reckless, like our first battles together. Remember the island north of Stavanger?
I do. Kjotve the Cruel trained his berserkers there.
Great lumbering fools, foaming at the mouth. We taunted them from the treetops.
And the drunk one, remember? Naked as the morning. Froze his cock off trying to find us.
Then fell to humping a snowdrift.
Were you glad to hear from me?
I did wonder what trouble you had been up to. But I smiled at hearing your name, and I wondered if you had taken after your father. If you were now leading your clan.
Well, you have your answer. I'd sooner take after a troll and leave this clan in your hands.
That I will not do.
When my father was named Jarl, he had no one to help him, and still he triumphed. But I am not my father. I simply want to roam. Do you think Sleipnir would be content bound to a stable, no matter how glorious it may be? Hey, what is that for?
You have friends, Vili. You have family and clan.
Of course, I know that.
You can't roam forever. Keep that in mind. You are surrounded by those who love you, and that will not change unless you push it all away.
You speak a truth, I understand.
Troll-faced Arstick.
A chicken draugr? Is such a thing possible? For that does not seem possible.
Voda too. A water infused with fire. I do not lie. Your father's death aside, Billy. This has been... good. Fun even.
Do you ever wonder what might have happened if we had not been separated by the North Sea so early in our lives? What adventures we would have had. The raids, the battles, the glory. I even think about what we might have been to each other.
I have, fondly. And often enough that it sometimes seemed you never left. Maybe you never did.
I want you, Eivor. Your warmth. Your touch.
Like this.
I cannot say how I will feel tomorrow, Eivor.
Shut up, Billy. Billy, you know that this was momentary heat, just a flickering flame.
Yes. We let our passions set sail, just this once. I should get back. Rest. The funeral will still be there when you wake up fully.
Billy, gone already. To prepare for the funeral, I imagine. So many Danes, so many Norse. This will be the send-off Heminger deserves. All the funeral preparations are in order. Be patient, Heminger Jarl. We're about to send you on your final journey.
Brothers, sisters... Eivor, my father sets forth on his final voyage.
May the winds favor him.
The nobles have offered up their funeral gifts. All but you. Present what you have, and the celebration may begin.
I have it here. A shield bearing the sign of the Web of Weird, woven into the shield as you wove your spirit into our lives. May the skulls sing of you as the gods embrace you. Feast, my friend, in the halls of the free and brave.
Stand at my side.
Speak from your heart, Heminger, son.
Today we mourn the passing of Heminger Jarl of Nottinghamshire. My father. Our father. He was a towering force. A strength to fear and admire. Now gone. Yet together we are the example of his greatness. I see him in each of you. His love for battle, but also peace. For wisdom, sorrow, and joy. His generosity, his spirit. In you I see his life, and his love of drink. Gods, did he love drink! We are these things because he was these things. Father, we shall be to our children what you were to us. And when they are ready, we will meet you again.
You have made this old man proud. Each of you.
And you us.
"9 days, One Eye hung from the tree. 9 worlds he saw. 9 runes he found. 9 nights he bled.
Father, receive your loyal servant. Give him a fine farewell.
Sunniva, ride to Hemthorpe and prepare the longhouse for the Althing. The next Jarl will soon take his seat.
Zout! Blijven liefde! Lambaket fikir mira.
Who will become the next Jarl? Does it pass from father to son?
Aye, the burden is Vili's to bear. But the lad never wanted it. I'm not sure what is to happen.
Have they given their Jarl a fine farewell?
They have. None drank so well and so deeply as Clan Hemminger's son.
The declaration of succession must happen soon, before we are too drunk and exhausted to remember our names.
I agree. Call on those who must attend. The Althing will begin shortly.
Eivor!
You look uneasy.
I'm not so drunk I cannot stand, but... hang on to me a moment.
You do your father proud by this celebration, and by taking his seat. He wanted this, Vili.
I mourn for myself, Eivor. For us. You know my heart. It beats for the passion of battle heat. Not this.
I felt the same. But in time, we all rise to the needs of the people. Who says you won't come to enjoy it?
Yes, you're right. And certainly if you can lead, Hemmingson can. People of Hemthorpe, of Ulkerthorpe, of Nottinghamshire. We honor neither Tryggvi nor my father by continuing to mourn. These men dedicated their lives to bettering all of Nottingham. They died in that service. Now, I humbly pledge my life to following in their path. And I ask each of you to rise and be to me what Tryggvi was to my father. Together, we shall build the world they wish to build.
You have already learned that people prefer shorter speeches to long ones, Vili Jarl.
It will take time to wear that title with comfort. My father never swore a formal oath with your clan. There was no need, for you are family. Let it be known, the Hemmingers and Clan Raven are true sworn friends from this day forward. Do you accept?
Aye.
Well?
Be fair. Be just. And call upon us often, Arstick.
I'm sure I will.
Þeir finnist eigu her í Norðanlands, en þegar þú slíkir Frakkaland verða.
Then I want to know about this. It is time I returned to the settlement.
Nice to see Sigurd back where he belongs.
I would like to see what you have in stock.
All my pieces are good, but that one's very good. Thank you for trusting these hands with your gear. I can get you that one easy. Worthy of the gods. Is that what you want? Done for now.
I must be on my way now. Goodbye.
Un
What have you got for me today?
Only a fool would pass this up. You will get so much use out of this. Always a pleasure doing business, Eivor. Nothing else?
I'm off. Be well, friend.
Until next... hey, Eivor!
Pleasure to see you, Eivor.
I bring fair tidings, Randvi. Hemminger Jarl in Nottinghamshire has passed, but his clan remains allied to us.
Sad news, but you made the best of it.
I saw my old friend Vili on my visit. He's their Jarl now, and he's pledged to aid us in times of need. I want to see the Alliance map. Hytham received a message from Winchester, from someone calling himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ.
Your hidden ally. Very interesting. More targets, I assume.
Yes. So what do you think? Could it be a trap?
As a West Saxon stronghold, Winchester will be a rather unwelcome place for you. But that is nothing you cannot handle. If you go, do not go boldly.
I'll make my way to Winchester. The letter asked me to meet a man in white at a house of God, and then recite this phrase. When pride cometh, then cometh shame. But with the lowly cometh wisdom.
A passage from their holy book, I believe. Interesting. Go with care.
Ut congregentur as Marcus et dixit ad...
Even the mighty fall. And God's servant, the Bishop Aelfirth...
A Dane treads the cobbles of God's house. In search of Christ's redemption, I hope.
Your Christ can wait his turn. It's you I've come to see.
Is that so?
When pride cometh, then cometh shame. But with the lowly cometh wisdom. You know these words, and you know why I speak them.
I do, but I am not yet satisfied that you are the one for the task ahead. As Jesus said unto Thomas, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Speak the deeds of Christ in order. Only then will you cometh unto my Lord.
If I must dance to your tune, tell me where to step.
In books one may find such wisdom. We had many in England, before the Danes burned our churches. A few yet remain nearby. Or perhaps a more pious soul in need of charity will reward you with a lesson.
I have nothing for you now, but I will return.
Even the mighty fall. And God's servant, the Bishop Aelfirth... He was a man of surpassing vigor, well versed in the Bible.
He bathed in the river, so a gentle wash brings them closer to their God. He rose from the dead. A nice trick, and not easily done.
Mourning a lord far
Their God brings them light, just as Baldur does. Light as bright as the summer sun.
Speak the deeds of Christ in order.
God breathed on the water, and in the Jordan River he was cleansed of all sin.
His baptism.
On the mountain his face shone like the sun, and he became light.
His transfiguration.
The women came with offerings, but they could not find him when they looked among the dead.
His resurrection. And Jesus said, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness. Well spoken.
Are the riddles done?
That is not for me to decide, for I am not the one who summoned you. If you follow, I will lead you to him.
I solved your riddle, and all I get is silence. Who am I to meet?
Shh. Even a fool, when he keeps silent, is considered wise.
Yet men become wise by speaking with other men. They grow foolish when keeping to silence.
Hush! Your prattling offends God's ears.
We're here.
May Christ, whose terror scares away the foul throngs, make with me a strong covenant. Was God's lesson instructive?
I learned that your God fears death just as mine do. Just as every man does.
Yet through our Lord, we may achieve life everlasting in his glorious presence. Perhaps you missed that detail.
Do all the priests in Winchester have this same skill for drama? You risk your life, Alfred King.
I have invited you here to speak on equal terms. Do the Dane laws of hospitality not apply in Wessex?
You gifted my Jarl to that whelp from the Order of Ancients, the warrior Fulke.
Fulke was an enemy of Wessex. But it seems someone has already removed her threat from my lands.
If you did not hear it was me, you have now.
Impressive. The Order of Ancients has surely been crippled by her loss.
How much do you know of this order?
Only this and little more. This letter, signed by one who calls himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ, warns of a plot against my life.
The gallows, the quill, the Sikhs. Free men eager to kill you.
2 now. The Bishop Aelfirth is dead. He was the Sikhs, so far as I can tell.
And a humble servant of your god. That must sting.
Still, his death has strengthened Christian fellowship in Winchester. I pray the deaths of his colleagues will do the same.
I should let the Order kill you. It would speed our conquest of England.
You may remove the organs of state. The cancer will remain.
Then promise me a reward I can sing about. A healthy king's weight in silver.
Very well. As much as you can carry. This morning, my reeve, Goodwin, was not at his post.
A man you trust?
Goodwin was following the clues given in this letter when he disappeared.
Where was he last seen?
At his house, by the West Gate. You may find something there. Eivor, compose yourself while you are my guest. My city is not a battlefield.
Not yet, great king. But the day will come.